Hi everyone, my name is Ankit Pandey. The organization which I have selected for this report is ANZ Bank New Zealand, and the megatrend which I have selected is artificial intelligence. In order to analyze the megatrend and the organization, we are using various strategic analysis frameworks throughout this report. Now, the reason for choosing AI over all other mega trends is because AI is a trending issue these days. AI is being increasingly used in all the sectors, including medical, education, banking, and others. AI is not just a technological factor these days, but it has also become a strategic factor. Leveraging an AI effectively can give competitive advantage to the firm or the industry. If there is anything which has been very disruptive in the contemporary time, then it's AI. The reason for choosing banking as the sector is because AI has been very much disruptive in this sector. It has affected everything from customer service by employing chatbots, by using lending analytics. They decide who to lend and who not to lend. And they are also using this to mitigate the fraud. Apart from this, banking also has a huge customer data which the AI models can run in order to understand the customers more deeply. So in these ways, AI is leveraged in the banks. Now, in the banks, New ANZ Bank is the biggest bank in the New Zealand by its invested capital. ANZ has invested $20 billion New Zealand dollars in its capital. And another reason for choosing ANZ is because if we want to understand how the banking operates and how AI operates with the banking in the New Zealand, then choosing ANZ is a great idea because a lot of power is vested in the Taiwan Bank in New Zealand, and ANZ Bank is one of them. So understanding it and how AI interacts here is a great means of learning to apply the strategic frameworks. Now let's move into the next slide. Now this slide talks about why AI is a megatrend. AI is a megatrend because it reshapes the industry for a large period of time. As said by DeWilt, AI is also a powerful force as AI is utilized in a lot of areas these days, and the population who is utilizing the AI is also large in number, and this does not seem to be stopping anytime near in the future. So it's disruptive and it's definitely the biggest trend of the contemporary time. AI is transforming business models. AI is helping us understand the customer better, understand their expectations better, and ultimately it's aiding us to make our decisions better. New Zealand has launched its first AI national strategy in order to prioritize the AI, which is called Investing with Confidence. Also, open banking is being introduced, in which the customer is given greater power for his or her banking data. They can use this banking data where they can leverage the power of AI or the fintechs so that they can derive greater insights from it. Also, if we talk about ANZ, then ANZ has already deployed modern banking platform on Microsoft Azure, and it is the first bank out of the US to do it. AI is a prized position because banks who leverage AI could improve their efficiency ratios up to 15 percentage point as highlighted by PwC strategy in 2025. Now, let us talk about the business model of the ANZ Bank and understand if AI sits anywhere in it. The services that ANZ provides to its 8.5 million customers are retail banking, business banking, retail and digital financial services. Its profit comes through lending activities, interest margin, and banking services. The key resources which is employed by ANZ are Falcon AI fraud detection system, FIS Azure Cloud Pro, ANZ Plus digital app, customer trust, and transaction data. Utilizing all this system has contributed in increasing the net interest margin of the ANZ Bank by 3 bps or 0.03 in the last year. As the invested capital is 20 billion NZD, that amount is huge. Also, AI is in the heart of many processes such as credit assessment, fraud and scam prevention, compliance. So, it is the greater part of ANZ. AI is employed in its banking system in order to support greater analytics used in its fraud detection technologies. AI is used for understanding customers better, and hence it is a part of the greater profit initiative of ANZ rather than just a technology in itself. Now let's do the pistol analysis on the ANZ Bank. Due to the light touch AI policy, this has created a room for innovation for the ANZ and other banks and financial institutions. It has been made mandatory by Reserve Bank of New Zealand that the capital buffer is 5.4 billion. This is a huge fund which cannot be lended to the lenders. So this makes it increasingly um, useful for the AI to be used because AI can optimize for effective utilization of the available funds. Talking about the social factors, the scams or the AI scams are rising every day, which is a threat to the civilians. Talking about the technological factors, banks like ANZ don't have the monopoly of the customer data that they used to have before because since the inception of open banking, more customer access to data as they can use it in the effective ways and innovative ways. Bank hold a huge amount of customer data, so this creates compliance and privacy concerns, and that is the legal factor. And incredibly use of AI in the contemporary era has caused a great exhaustion of the electricity, and this leaves a great carbon blueprint, and also data centers need to cool down using water. Now, strategic analysis by the Porter's five forces tells us that the rivalry is good enough among the tier 1 banks, but there has not been any disruptor or a strong disruptor who has arrived. But having said this, there is the possibility of the entrance of the new entrants because of the emerging threat of artificial intelligence and also open banking being introduced. For the financial services, nowadays people are relying on AI and also the fintech, so there is a fear of substitutes. Talking about the bargaining power of the buyers, Kiwi, for example, Kiwi Bank has launched a new initiative where it is not charging for any API fees when and giving it the access of the customer data to the fintechs. So such initiatives are giving more options to the customers and it is increasing the buyer power. Also, the suppliers have a great bargaining power because banks are using cloud services and also various AI providers, making them dependent on them. By analyzing the internal capabilities of ANZ by Win, we found out that the transaction data that ANZ has, which has been accumulated for a large period of time, can be used to do various kind of data analytics and give which can give them deeper insights, which is a great strategic addition in itself. Apart from that, it also has Falcon AI fraud system, which has been very effective in mitigating a fraud, and it can portray ANZ as a safe hub for investing. Its infrastructure of FIS Azure Cloud Native Core And using artificial intelligence and machine learning talent and vendor partnership is a competitive parity, because even other financial institutions and new entrances can leverage this. Now, after synthesizing all the frameworks, we have come to know that the strength of ANZ are proprietary fraud data or Falcon and its big scale capital of 20 billion. Its weaknesses are it being reliant on external AI vendors and external banking software providers like Microsoft Azure. The opportunities that it has are rising demand for fraud protection. Its good standing here can attract a lot of customers to it, and also it's being a big company, it can um, lead the open banking, and it can, and this is favorable condition for AI adoption. The threats that ANZ are having are a Kiwi Bank zero fee fintech strategy, regulatory changes to increase market competition, fintech organizations are rising, and also AI scams are being more sophisticated. ANZ has been very strong to exploit its resources by investing in the fraud detection technology, by using its valuable resources, but also like it has been lagging behind a bit in the exploration part, as it has not been able to partner with New Zealand fintechs ahead of Kiwi Bank, and it could not capture the first mover advantage. Also, it can invest more to build AI enabled open banking products. Hence, ANZ is strong at exploitation, but lacks on exploration, the gap that dynamic capabilities must close. ANZ has had a keen eye on the AI development, and it has also invested in the fraud detection technology and further other advanced banking system. This shows that it has good sensing of the opportunities. It has even done well to seize the opportunities as fraud and scam cases have been lowered, reduced card cases related to fraud, and even in the 94% of the cases, customers suffered no financial loss when the fraud was tried to be made, and even when it was made, like ANZ reimbursed the amount. So it has been successful in seizing all the threats of scam which have been subjected to it. It could not seize the open banking fintech partnerships though. This shows ANZ is much stronger defensively than offensively. According to TC's dynamic capability framework, it is not just about sensing and seizing the opportunities, but it is also about the transformation of the culture. According to Kotter, large scale change most often fails from insufficient urgency or culture not anchoring it. While significant investments have been made in digital transformation and leadership development, the process of transformation requires significant cultural and organizational change. And ANZ has been trying to aim for such transformation. The ANZ 2030 strategy provides strategic direction for transformation by embedding technology, simplification, reliance, and customer value into bank's long-term operating model. So this has been ANZ has been trying to include these all into its culture. ANZ also has AI immersion center in its plans in order to make the organization AI ready. The group's statutory profit fell 10% in fiscal year 2025 of ANZ, partly from regulatory remediation and due to the transformation under the real pressure. This proves that it is ready to inflict the loss in the short run in order to get the advantage of using AI and digital transformation technologies in the long run. The findings from all this analysis are ANZ's strongest AI advantage lies in fraud prevention and risk management. ANZ has been more successful at defensive AI applications than growth oriented AI applications. Competitive conditions are becoming increasingly contestable due to the rise of fintechs. Organizational transformation capabilities lag behind technical capabilities. The recommendations that ANZ should go forward with are They should keep investing in the fraud prevention and risk management technologies, and they should effectively market that they are doing it so that more customers are attracted to them, and this gives them competitive advantage. As we can see that ANZ has been using AI very properly for the defense purposes. So this shows that, and they should build a designated or a dedicated unit to use AI for growth and innovation as well. Yeah, ANZ should think more strategically, as it already has the first mover advantage of being leading in the fraud detection technologies, and also like importing advanced banking software. To add to this, they should start to build their own modern banking infrastructure rather than importing it, and which improves their strategic positioning. And uh, and if they get complacent, then others can catch them up easily. So they should be focused on this area as much as they can. Last but not the least, the last recommendation is, it is not just about being technically sound, but it is also about change management and leadership. Hence they should also invest in that rather than the technology itself, and they should make their employees and the organization AI ready, not just in skills but in culture. Now, based on the recommendations, some roadmap for ANZ in the short run are, in the 2026, it should look to make its banking software or system more advanced, because AI can only help if the underlying system is strong and modern. The success criteria for this would be new core system, and the risk is project delay. For the 2027, Falcon is already the leading technology for detecting the fraud, so they should further strengthen it. The success criteria for this is fraud loss rate gets decreased, and the risk is the nature of the scams get more sophisticated. For the 2028, they can look into to do the strategic partnerships with the fintechs. The success criteria for this is, if they can strike more deals with the leading fintechs, and the risk being Kiwi Bank has already first mover advantage. Right from now up till 2029, they should embed the change capability. Leadership and cultural should be fully aligned to continuous AI adoption. The success criteria for this is staff AI readiness, and the risk is change fatigue, which the staffs go through. Some of the strategic plans for the ANZ are, it should protect the fraud prevention advantage that it is holding. In 94% of the cases, customer loss was preventable. In the span of 12 months, they should focus more on this area, because the scams are being more and more sophisticated these days, which can lower their detection accuracy. Similarly, they can also leverage the AI to excel in open banking. Number of active fintech partnerships, they should look to increase it. This will bring new customers via open banking. The windows they should concentrate this is from 12 to 18 months, and the risks are Kiwi Bank and fintechs moving first. Another objective that they should focus on is building AI change management capability. The key KPI for this can be number of staff trainings. They should look to increase it so that the readiness of the employees can be elevated. The horizon for this is from 18 to 24 months, and the risk factor is employee fatigue, weak leadership during the process. Yeah, they should also look to limit the AI which they are getting from the vendor, and also the banking system which they are getting from others. Like, doing this will make them independent, and it will also lower their cost. The KPIs which they can evaluate are cost to income ratio. The horizon to execute this can be 24 months, because it takes time to change the system. The key risk they are facing are over reliance on the few big tech supporters, which can increase the bargaining powers of the suppliers increasingly. Similarly, as per Kaplan and Mike's 2012, biases and breaches can be mitigated by governance and audit. The strategic risks that are involved are, if they bet on the wrong AI, it can lead into external risks, including a threat to the privacy? Now, the implications for this for ANZ are being able to incorporate AI into the bank culture can give them lasting advantage, and sensing, seizing, and transforming by having a close eye on AI can do them wonders. For New Zealand banking, AI enabled open banking could be the first real disruptive force in the market, which can make the competition more even. And talking from the strategic point of view, static frameworks such as SWOT, Five Forces, WIN, they should pair up with the dynamic ones like TASI's dynamic capability framework when the megatrend itself drives the change. In conclusion, AI is transforming banking by reshaping competition, by reshaping customer expectations, and by creation of the value. Although ANZ has strong resources and technological capabilities, long-term success will depend on its ability to continuously adapt, innovate, and transform. The winners of the AI era will not be the organizations with the most AI and the most technical skills. They will be the organization that combine technology, trust, data, and organization culture and transformation most effectively. Thank you.